Okay, it's time for a bit of a different video today. What we're going to do is just talk about all the things, all the cars in the shed and what's been going on with my life, because this channel has exploded, really, and it has changed my life completely, not just here on YouTube, but especially on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's exploded. And with that comes a lot of work, and I am excited to do it. So let's just quickly run through the first thing that I'm sure is, in the title of this video. Last weekend I bought this. This is a VK Commodore, 1984 VK Commodore. I paid $6,000 for this car. It's done 80,000 Ks, but it has no engine. It's got no running gear. Oh, well, sorry, it does have a gearbox, and it has a diff. But yeah, it's got no engine. But everything else is complete. It's in really good original condition. There are a few little dings and scrapes, and the rear bar does need replacing. But again, if you're not familiar with these cars, that price I think is really phenomenal. I'm stoked. The interior, again, probably needs a bit of a clean, bit of a going over, but it is complete. And it's just one of the things that really excites me about this car is there is zero rust. There is nothing really. There's no rust in it, which is crazy. None in the engine bay, none in the boot, and none around the windows, and especially none under here. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And if you're familiar with these cars, you know how rare that is. So yeah, this car has been one of the most exciting purchases that I've had on the channel, and I probably will do a full video just about this thing, but just quickly going over it. It has the original Holden emblem headlights, which is really, really cool. It's originally a 202 auto and carbureted. Not, again, what am I going to do with it? Well, because it's in such good original nick, however, it's got a little bit of patina. I kind of want to keep that. I don't want to respray it, and especially because it doesn't need any rust cut out or anything like that. I'd like to keep it looking the way it looks, lower it, have its original wheels and hubcaps, sort of go along with the theme of the rest of the cars on the channel. So that is what I want to do with this car. And in terms of engine, probably going to be a 202. I would love a manual 202. And I know that a lot of people, especially when I put this on Instagram and stuff, talked about, why don't you put a 308 in it and stuff. And that is cool, don't get me wrong, 308's cool. But I've already got a VN 5 litre. I've already got a VT 5 litre. Having another 5 litre, I mean, it is different. It's carbureted. I'm not really too interested in that. And then, it's a big can of worms. You start spending big dollars on those motors, where 202, you can get them for good money still, and they're good motors. And yeah, it's not going to be fast, but I mean, if you're familiar with this channel, none of my cars are fast. So that's what I want to do with this car, and just have it original, because everybody does immaculate mint 5 litre swaps and stuff, and that's cool. And it's definitely not getting an LS or a 6 litre or anything like that, but it is getting original. And that in its own is something different, I think, because again, I love the cars on social media. I know it's probably more interesting to watch, but it's not really what I want to do. I want to have this as original as possible and sort of enjoy it as it was as it came out. So that's what's going on with the VK. In terms of the other cars in the shed, I've got the red VN 5 litre 5-speed that has been detailed by Dazza Detail. That video is so close to being done, and other than that, though, there's not too much more that has changed on that car. It does need a lot of things fixed, though, just little things. The speedo doesn't work, which I've all got fixed, and it needs some new grounding straps and things like that, but nothing crazy, just a few little things. I've got the white VN, but that still needs to get its roadworthy, and I've put the louvers on it. I've got to replace the front bar clip. I bought one from the spares the other week, and we just had some damaging winds at the shed in Victoria just a few months ago, and it scratched the rear bar on the VN. So luckily I've got another one that I'm just going to swap it over with, but that's going to mean that I'm going to have to change all the pinstriping and stuff. So that needs a bit of attention as well. And as well with the VN Executive, last week we had it up on the hoist. We had a look underneath it. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. I really won't need to do much suspension stuff, which is great. Really the only thing is probably a bit of oil leak. That's really the only thing that I think is going to need some attention. But again, it's roadworthy is pretty soon. But yeah, video coming on that. The VS L67 wagon, the motor is out, and I've just yesterday gone and bought a Lumen computer so just one step closer to that car. And I've had other people's cars on the channel as well. As you can see, this Bentley, definitely not my car. There's another VN here. There's a VS manual wagon, another really rare car, and there's an Audi S4 here. I am drowning in cars, and it's crazy. I'm so lucky to be able to do this. But it is a lot of work. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. I love doing it. I'm doing it every single day on my days off. But I don't care because it doesn't feel like work. But that is what that's what my plan is. That's what I'm going to be doing. And on top of all of that, every Saturday and Sunday, I'm going and filming other people's cars on location. So last week I had a VS GTS video to come with that. It's all filmed, just going to be edited. I've got a really cool VS Calais. Got a VZSS lined up, and a VN Clubby, a VL Calais turbo. Like the list just goes on and on and on. So trying to do all of that, and I also work a full-time job. So that's the challenge, and that's probably why things have slowed down a little bit. And I try and do as much short form content as well, as I know that you guys really like it, and I like to go live and stuff. So just doing all of this stuff is really hard. It really is. Again, I'm not saying it's harder than a job, because I love doing it, and it doesn't require me to really push myself or anything, because I'm already interested. I'd already be doing this anyway. But it's yeah, it's a lot of work, and I'm ready to embrace that, because nothing good comes easy. So that's what. Oh, I've also forgotten to talk about. I've got the VSU. That's been on the road for about 3 months now. It's running great. Really, I've had no issues with it other than the first few days. And now that I'm coming to the end of my apprenticeship, I've only got a few weeks left, thank God. Once I'm qualified, I'm going to take the canopy off the ute, take it back to a tarp, get the window replaced because I smashed it, and put a manual conversion. I've got a manual conversion in the shed for it. So that's what's going to happen with the ute. And what else is there? Oh, the VX giveaway car. And the VX, if you guys don't know, I bought a VX to give away to somebody in need. And I'm going to give it away with a roadworthy and registration and everything. But again, just takes a bit of time, and I'm not raffling it off. I'm not asking for money in return. I'm just doing it, to help someone. I'm lucky enough that I don't have to worry about things that a lot of other people do. So I think it's a great way to give back, because some people are really doing it hard, and I'd like to help. And if this goes well, which it is, I'll continue to do more of these things. And as well, on top of all of that, I'm still selling my Toyota Hiace. I'm probably going to get, I've got it up for 16, but that might be a little bit high. Probably drop it down to 15,000. It's got 150,000. Sorry, it's got 250,000 Ks. It's in pretty good nick. It's all fitted out, manual, Victoria. Yeah, $15,000, no finance owing and anything like that. So I'd like to get rid of that, because I'm not going to be a carpenter anymore. So got roof racks and all that stuff. Look, I won't bang on about that, but yeah, this is my life really. Is just cars and being a carpenter. And as my carpenter, if you're in Australia, you know that the building industry is really on its knees at the moment, and it's scary. It's scary, frankly. And when I saw those alarm bells ringing about 2 years ago, I thought, man, I've got to do something, because otherwise I'm going to be buggered. So this is my plan, and it's working. It's working really well. So that's what's going on. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, I also will be doing a few collabs with some other creators, which is really exciting. Not just to meet them, of course, but to meet their very cool cars. And I'm not going to give that away, but I'm so excited. I'm really excited. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here, and I just love cars, and I can't get enough of them. And I just seem to be a magnet for them at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but cars just come left, right, and center. And yeah, it's exciting. And you know what? Like, I would encourage anybody that is into cars and to give this a crack. You don't need a shed as big as me, and you don't need as the cars that I have. You just need passion and, all right, maybe one car, but it all starts from there. You just got to not give up and keep going. And I know that on YouTube I don't have the most followers in the world, but over everything, it's really, really growing fast, especially on Instagram. And yeah, it's crazy. I don't know where this is going to go. Again, I'm making all of this off the top of my head. I know this is a bit of a different video, but I thought that I'd just make this one just sort of talking with you guys and have a bit more relaxed video, because this week's been crazy. I've got so much to do. It's crazy. And yeah, but again, I don't have to force myself to do it. I love cars. And again, even things like this Bentley, yeah, this is not a VN Commodore, but without this channel, I never in my life probably would have driven a Bentley. And I don't own this car, of course, but just getting the chance to drive one is really cool. So yeah, even if you like Commodores, I'm not sure if I'd want to pay for maintenance of this car, but for me to have it for a couple of days, I'm more than happy with that. So I really appreciate everyone that's reached out to me and has extremely generously lent me cars. And yeah, I'm in a really weird space at the moment, and once I qualify in a few weeks, I'm going to try and swing to do this as a full-time gig. And that is scary. That is scary, but you don't get anything, worth trying. Yeah, I don't know. I'm all set up. I think it's going to be okay, but again, it is scary. So that's what's going to happen. And yeah, I don't know what's coming next, and I hope it's good. But if it involves cars and Bentleys and SSs and club sports, then I'm all for it. And Falcons. I'd love to get an AU Falcon on the channel. Actually, just quickly before I end the video, I know that I'm ranting a little bit, but just a quick short fire list of cars that I would have on the channel. Pretty much anything. I'd lean towards Australian domestic market, but Japan and Euro is also cool, because I'm really into reasonably original stock cars. There are a few exceptions, like that XR6 Turbo, but I love original stuff. Maybe plus 10% is the thing that I'm going for. And I know this might sound lame, but someone messaged me yesterday about these beautiful old Magnas that are like pristine, and those cars really excite me, because you never ever see them. They may as well be Ferraris, because they're so bloody rare, because you just never ever see ones that are looked after and pristine and things like that. So that really gets me going. And yeah, look, I'm probably actually going to cut the video there, otherwise I can talk all bloody day about this stuff. But I really appreciate you guys for following along, watching, and I know it sounds corny, but for changing my life, because this has changed everything. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the direction, the decisions I make. Everything is now revolving around this. And that's crazy. And that is crazy. If you told me 2 years ago that this is what, Anyway, I really appreciate everyone for watching and following along. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. So it's, yeah, very, very exciting. And thank you for watching.